Children under 12 should be banned from heading footballs, but there shouldn't be any changes to the adult game, the former head of the SFA has said. Former Rangers and Kilmarnock player Gordon Smith said action was necessary to safeguard young players whose brains were still developing. Gordon recounted how Celtic legend Billy McNeil would practice headers daily, encouraging the goalie to kick the ball at him and then heading it back as hard as he could down the pitch. Support for a change in the youth game is growing in light of fresh evidence, which showed for the first time a direct link between dementia and football. The study, led by Dr Willie Stewart, at Glasgow University, found that former professional players in Scotland were 5 times more likely to develop Alzheimer's disease and overall had a 3.5 times more likely to die of a neurodegenerative disease over the age of 70. Bennett Omalu, the neuropathologist who discovered chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, in American football players and was played by Will Smith in the film Concussion, has now called for an immediate ban for under-18s. Read more. Parents warned about head injury risk after study highlights dementia risk. Former First Minister Henry McLeish, who played football professionally, called on the SFA to set up a task force to look at the potential risks to children. One youth football coach said a ban would be easy to enforce because most kids shy away from heading the ball. The Scottish Youth Football Association, SYFA, said it was in discussion with the SFA about any necessary recommendations, while the Football Association has said there is insufficient evidence to issue a ban. Gordon Smith said, "I believe because of what has happened and because of the evidence we have, I do agree with the Americans that the younger kids under 12 should not be heading the ball. The mind is just developing at that stage. What I would say is that the younger kids should practice technique with a soft plastic ball." One of the biggest problems they had in days gone by was that there was a lot of practice heading sessions. Billy McNeil was my manager at Manchester City and he said to me his strength was heading the ball. He used to practice every day. He used to get the goalkeeper to kick the ball and he was headed as hard as he could back up the field, and that's something we should cut out. But I don't believe it should be taken out of the game. I think it's very much part of game, like tackling. I want to keep that in football, but we should take into account the danger for kids. If I was getting told now, this could affect you in later life, do you want to stop playing football, I would say no, I'll take the consequences. It's one of the elements of the sport. There is always for more on this story, visit the news article link.